Hello everybody, welcome to December. It is officially Christmas and Yule season, and I am just so excited to devour every single inch of this holiday, and I'm really excited to share some of my things with you. These are some of the things I've been doing to get into the holiday spirit, and I thought I'd share them with you guys in case you want some help as well. Today we're going to be discussing activities, books, movies, music, all the works, so let's jump right in. First in books, I have Old Christmas by Washington Irvine. This is a beautiful, beautiful hardcover copy that I got from Barnes & Noble last year. Initially, I bought this kind of just as like table decor, shelf decor, whatever. But once I actually picked it up and started reading through it, it is a beautiful, beautiful account of what Christmas was like in the Victorian times and just old Christmas in general. It is so much fun to read all about it, especially because this year I am so into the Victorian Christmas vibe. So I was really honored to have read this last Christmas so that now I can implement all these fun activities they recommend. The second book I'm recommending is Midnight in Everwood by M.A. Kuzniar. This is a dark Nutcracker retelling, and it is 1000% Christmas because it leads up to Marietta's ballet Christmas concert that she's going to use to hopefully apply and get into the company in her area. And something goes wrong. Drosselmeyer traps her in this strange, strange world where sweets are everywhere, houses are gingerbread, snow is icing, but there is a much darker, deeper underbelly of this city when she gets trapped and is forced to be the king's personal ballet dancer. Basically, Marietta has to confront the history of her with Drosselmeyer when she gets back so that she can move forward, reconcile with her family, and join this ballet company. Definitely check some of the trigger warnings on this one. It has some sensitive topics that I think not everyone would be okay just reading, so please be sure to keep yourself safe and go and check those trigger warnings before you check out the book. The next one I don't have in like a single bound copy or even really on my Kindle because it was published by Nathaniel Hawthorne in a local journal at the time. So I think I'm just going to be reading it online. If I can find it, I'll put the link in the comment section so you can check it out as well. It is called The Christmas Banquet, like I said, by Nathaniel Hawthorne. Basically, this really old, eccentric rich man has in his will that when he dies, he wants to have an elaborate banquet on Christmas where his bones are seated at the head of the table, shrouded in a black veil, and the guests he invites every year are supposed to be the most miserable, depressing people on the planet that he knows of. And basically this is kind of just about the value of actually feeling sad, and that it's okay to feel sad because at the end of the day, these people would rather feel sad than feel nothing at all. And it's just it seems like a really bittersweet book where we get to tackle that large depression and sadness through the holiday season, which I know is a big thing for a lot of us. So I'm excited to read this one, and hopefully you guys can read it too. This month, I am challenging myself to bake a new cookie recipe each week of December, and today I am baking hot cocoa cookies from scratch. These are so easy to make, with the secret ingredient being a packet of instant hot cocoa, and I chose Swiss Miss since that is what we had on hand. I also substituted the normal chocolate chips for the limited edition Nestle hot cocoa chips for extra cocoa goodness. Once the dough is made, you roll up a couple mini marshmallows into the dough in a little circle before you put it on the tray, and it just melts this ooey gooey marshmallow goodness inside the cookie when it goes into the oven. I always let my cookies cool for about 30 minutes in the fridge before I cook them, just because I live at high altitude and it helps them rise better. These cookies became an instant hit in my house, with my roommates practically begging me to make them the instant they ran out. I love finding unique cookie tins to store all of my goodies in. I just think it adds quite a little bit more magic than just normal Tupperware. Tonight I am watching The Grinch while enjoying my new cookies, and one of my favorite things to do is dip the hot cocoa cookies into a hot cup of hot cocoa. They are absolutely delicious together. I recommend you make a Christmas bucket list. Everything you want to do in the month of December leading up to Christmas. I have already done some of my favorites on the list. I have made cookies, which you will see soon. I made hot cocoa cookies. They are delicious. My roommates keep requesting them. I want to make different kinds of cookies, but they are devouring the hot cocoa one, so I'll definitely put the recipe below. Other things you could add to your Christmas bucket list include going to a tree farm, and even if you're not getting a tree, it's just fun to be around them, smell the smell of fresh cut pine, fir, spruce. It is delightful. You could also go to your local thrift store and look at their old Halloween decorations that people have donated. That's actually where I've gotten a lot of my Christmas decorations. You can really find some good things out there, especially at the Christmas time, because the stores kind of just like push all their Christmas stuff out to the front for you to look at. But it is definitely a lot more sustainable than going out and buying new Christmas decorations every year. So be sure to check out your thrift store for Christmas decor instead of just jumping right onto Target or something like that. On to movies, my favorite topic. As a former film student who now has a degree in filmmaking, I am obsessed with everything movies, as you guys would know if you've seen any of my other videos. So here are some of my Christmas recommendations. It's a very, very short list this year. Just wanted to kind of give you just my favorites of the season that I'm always going to be watching. First, and I'm so proud to own it on VHS, is The Muppets Christmas Carol. It's just a stunning edition. It's beautiful. I love watching it on VHS just because that's the original format this was meant for. So it's really incredible to be able to consume it the way it was meant to be consumed. And it's hilarious. It's obviously Victorian Christmas vibes. And Gonzo and Rizzo are literally like pulling the weight on this film of comedy. It's the only thing that kind of like helps this movie actually not be like depressing, kind of like the original Christmas Carol is, but adds a little more light to the situation, which I think is always needed. Next, I encourage you to actually sit down and watch a production of the ballet of the Nutcracker. I was in ballet my entire life. I was at a conservatory for the last 4 years of my training before college, and the Nutcracker will always hold such a special part in my heart this Christmas and every Christmas. So I really love sitting down and actually watching a full recording of the Nutcracker. One of my current favorites is from the Imperial Classical Ballet. I will have the YouTube video linked down below. There's also tons of other versions you can find on YouTube. My favorite of all time is the Royal Opera House, but I cannot find a full version of theirs. They just have like the snippets that they do. The best thing about Royal Opera House is the glitz and glam of their costumes, but I think the Imperial Classical Ballet really captures like the essence of the Nutcracker, if you know what I mean. If that is not your vibe, I recommend the Barbie Nutcracker movie. Hear me out. Hear me out. I know it's scary. I know the animation is terrifying. I agree. I could not watch this when it first came out. I had to wait until I was like 10 or 11 to actually be able to watch this without freaking out. However, now that I am an adult, I recognize the kookiness of it, and sure, the animation quality is abysmal, but it was when 3D animation was first hitting the scene, so of course it's going to look a little rough, but it is just so good and classic, and it is a kid's movie, but I think it's really good for adults too, in my opinion. Like, you just see so much more depth to it as an adult. So Barbie Nutcracker is the way to go if you're not interested in watching the ballet, or if you're me, double feature both of them. Continuing on our Victorian Christmas journey, I am telling you guys one of the films that's in my watch list that I'm looking forward to checking out this year. It definitely seems more like a Hallmark movie kind of thing, which I'm not mad about. I know some people hate them. I just think they're fun and cheesy for the holidays. This one is called A Dickens of a Holiday, and it came out in 2001. Basically, our female main character is still living at the small town that she grew up in, and there is a Victorian vibe to the entire town. All the buildings are original, that kind of thing, and they always hold a Dickens festival every year. Well, this year is the 100th Dickens festival in their town, and they are missing an actor to play Scrooge. So she asks her former high school best friend and current movie star to leave the big city, come to her small town, and be Scrooge in their show. And that's all you need to know about it, really. I'm excited to watch it and see exactly what it's going. It averaged like a 3.2 on Letterboxd, which isn't horrible. Not the worst. A lot of the other ones I was seeing were like a 1 to a 2, but this was a 3.2. So I'm excited to check it out. I think it could be really cool. I will let you guys know how it is, honestly. Also on my bucket list is the Christkindl market in Salt Lake City. It is a German Christmas market that I go to every year with my mom. And this year we also invited my girlfriend Hannah and my best friend Ethan to come along with us. So we just had such an amazing time, and I'm so excited for you guys to see the footage of that as well. Here we are at the breathtaking christkindl market in Salt Lake City, and I am just so lucky that my girlfriend Hannah was able to come with us this year. Having her there made me feel like I was in a Hallmark Christmas romance movie, and the only thing that would have made it better was fresh fallen snow, but it's okay because the magic of the market makes up for it. I adore seeing all of the handcrafted goods the vendors are selling, and it's a great way to do some Christmas shopping while also supporting local businesses. I can't wait to show you guys what I bought. There are so many unique goodies you can find here, and I love that a lot of the shops actually cater to the German theme with things like steins, German architecture, design elements, gnomes. It's just so much fun to see everyone really commit to the bit. It's really nice coming every year because we get to know a couple of the vendors and we get really excited to see them every year. Like this one particular woman who hand presses spoons into just these cute little trinkets to put out with your charcuterie boards. We always have to basically buy her out. at the Christkindl market with my mom, and we got our foot-long corn dogs as per tradition. We get these every year at the festival, so let's give them a try. Delicious.
What's up? I'm Ethan, May's best friend. I got some potato pancakes with the sour cream. It also came with applesauce, but I asked the guys and they said, we've never tried the applesauce, and I'm not a big applesauce guy, so I don't know about the applesauce. But the sour cream is hitting.
How does it taste?
Pretty fantastic.
Oh, gotta get that on.
Looks like Mike. I finished my first bite. That's a good bratwurst.
So we just got back from the Christkindl market. We have a bag full of goodies, so let's open up and see exactly what we got. First, we got these gingerbread kind of cookie biscuit things from Bosun's Bakery in Salt Lake. I get these every year, and they're literally so good and moist. It's just perfect. And my mom got us some little kitty cat ornaments for our tree that look kind of like our cats. They are so cute, and they are felted ornaments. I decided to buy some ornaments for myself, and I got 2 nutcracker ornaments. This one is holding a really nice wreath, and he's in like all green, kind of evergreen. And this one is like a peppermint print. It's just, they're so cute. I'm completely obsessed with nutcrackers. Hannah bought this really lovely print from a Ukrainian artist. She loves the like sardine motif, so this is just perfect for her in her studio. And then Ethan got a soap. What scent is it?
Vanilla charcoal.
Vanilla charcoal from Salt City Soapworks. It smells really, really good. And he also got a boot mug, but we have yet to unbox the boot.
Boot mug.
What?
Hold on, let me do that. Very cutesy, very demure.
He searched for this most of the day.
It was hard to find.
It was a perilous quest. Of course, I got this beautiful tote bag that is like the market's tote bag. I just love it so much. It's perfect for the holiday season. Hannah bought it for me, and I'm so grateful. We had such a fun time at the market. It is one of my favorite traditions, and I'm really excited to start eating our goodies and hanging up our ornaments. Finally, we have music. Now, obviously there's classic Christmas music that everyone knows of, but let me tell you some of my favorite albums that you may not have heard of yet. First, you probably saw this coming. A Christmas Together with John Denver and The Muppets. It's a very good Christmas album. Obviously, the 12 Days of Christmas are really just kind of the star of the album. It is such a classic Christmas album that you can't miss it. You can't miss it. Some of the songs are misses, like their Silent Night. Personally, I don't love like the little story bit in the middle, but a lot of them are hits. If you're a Muppets fan, turn up the jams and get into the season with the Muppets. Next, these two kind of go along with my Victorian Christmas theme I've been going for, but we have And Winter Came, which is an Enya album. Enya was my second top artist this year on my Spotify Wrapped, so I am a huge Enya fan, and I just adore her Christmas album with my whole entire heart. There's sleigh bells basically throughout the whole thing. If you close your eyes, you can literally feel the snow falling crisply upon your face. You can smell the air, the cold in the air, the precipitation that's about to happen. I can feel the crunch of fresh fallen snow under my feet. That is the power of Enya. The power of Enya. The power of Enya. Finally, for music, I have a Celtic Christmas Winter Wonderland by Viva la Musica Celtic Ensemble. I am so obsessed with Celtic folk music. Just give me a good flute, fiddle, bagpipe, one-handed drum. We are ready to jam. So this is basically a Celtic folk Christmas album, and it is exactly what you're expecting. It puts me completely in the vibe of a good 17 to 1800s Christmas, and it is unmissable, especially if you're yearning for these older Christmas vibes. that is my comprehensive list of how to get into the holiday spirit from a Victorian Christmas standpoint. I am just so excited for this upcoming season, and I would love to hear some things that you are doing to prepare. If you are into this Victorian Christmas vibe, be sure to follow me on my Instagram, which is at Italian Witch Books, and my TikTok, which is also at Italian Witch Books. Here I post almost daily content of the aesthetic, cozy reading life that I am living, and definitely heavy on the Victorian Christmas vibes. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found something fun and cozy to do this season, and I will see you in the next one.
In the mistletoe and red is in the holly, silver in the stars above that shine on everybody. Gold is in the candlelight and crimson in the embers. White is in the winter night that everyone remembers. Have you heard
Mistletoe. Usually my girlfriend's there. She's not here right now. Mistletoe will have to wait for another day.